people say to me, "Weren't you scared?" And I say, I was scared, and what I was scared of was not going, because I'd already been rejected once. And
Yeah.
even when we're walking out to the rocket to go, we have a medical belt on. And I'm wondering, what if they see something in my heart rate they don't like, and it's,
You're
come
trying to
here,
calm
you're
yourself
out.
down.
Yeah. So when that rocket actually took off, when I felt the vibrations, it was like a yes thing.
Yeah,
Like
this is happening.
next 10
How about
days
when you
belong
started
to
to
me.
see the fire coming across, right? Because you're going to see that inside the spaceship, and we never get to see that part from.
Yeah,
I don't think
actually,
we've.
no, we
Yeah.
don't on takeoff, and here's why. There's a shroud around us that covers
Oh,
all
okay.
the
It burns off.
windows, and that's to protect us as we're going up.
Okay.
So that gets blown off when we're about 50 miles high.
Right. And then when you're going through the actual atmosphere, you don't see the burning. You don't see the fire.
No, no,
Oh
it's
wow,
only
because of
when we
that,
get
because of the
out.
shroud.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's a moment where you are actually weightless, right?
Yes, it's sort of like when you're in a roller coaster and you go up near the top, and
Yes.
all of a sudden you fall down.
And you
And
kind of go up a little. Yeah.
it was great because
Is
we
that
were.
that's got to be a feeling of relief almost.
Yes, and the commander gets to pick like a Cupid doll as his souvenir, and when you see that thing floating, that's when you know you're in orbit.
Wow.
So we went
You
from zero
probably, I would
to.
imagine you also feel that you don't feel the pull anymore from the gravity and that you lift up in your seat a little.
That's right. Yeah.
Amazing. Wow. Can we go through a couple other things? So now you're up there, you got to go to the bathroom. You better make sure you don't
Oh,
mess that up.
yeah. Well,
Right.
that's interesting. That's one of the differences between the shuttle and Soyuz. Um, now, as a Russian subject, we were given enemas before we left. So we were cleaned out. Um, it took us 2 days to get to the space station. Now they can do it in like 4 to 6 hours, even less. But there's the toilet consists of like a vacuum cleaner hose,
Mm-hmm.
and just the suction pulls the liquid in. Uh, on Soyuz, they had something that looked like a teapot, and it was sort of an emergency if you had to go. And fortunately, I didn't. One of the good parts of weightlessness is it slows your digestion down. So it took me about 6 days before I went, and that's normal. But yeah, I wouldn't want to have to use that pot. Now, once we're on the space station, there's uh, more. It's almost like an outhouse. It's a little can you sit on. But
And it sucks in whatever once you go, right?
yeah, but still, this stuff hovers on the top. And the thing, when you get off, you just slam that lid as quickly as you can.
And then when you're eating or drinking, if you miss it, it kind of just floats away on you. And then
That's
you try to
right.
capture that and you
Yeah.
have to recapture all the excess.
Sure. Well, we have filters, but you
Okay.
don't want to clog the filters up, which is why bread is packaged as like one piece, one
Hmm.
bite-sized piece,
One at
because
a time. Okay.
they don't want all the crumbs going over.
And then they have certain types of food that you eat in outer space too, right? Dehydrated
Yeah,
food or
it's sort of like backpacking food. Beef stew, applesauce. The best thing I found were NASA shrimp cocktails. Now they were dehydrated, so you had this long plastic bag, and we had a hot water heater with a hypodermic needle, and you'd slip the bag onto the hypodermic needle and then let hot water out, and mush this around, and you'd see the shrimp expanding. But the best part of it was there was hot sauce in it, relatively hot sauce. So most of the stuff was bland because they don't want, it's all dietitians figuring out what you can do to not get sick. So, but that was one of the few things I liked very much.